was so femme kakra. They said the media come out here no. We are talking about the Bruni say reflections on the economy, on the economic bankruptcy and the hardships facing Ghanaians, part 1. And ne ahochra ewo ye memo. Abenedi Ghana for FM. Esu a Yesu. O mai sika semo a enne bibia tete apansam no. Ehun komo a ne yedi na we ye ne fa edi kan part 1. Na busua say to aba eyi aban a aban no ye de nyina yetumi ehye ne nsa se onhyehyɛ nyema omu oman ni ye ne nyina yenya impuntuo ne ahoto ewo ye man Ghana mu nti ne yeto aba enti aban bia ya to aba yi ne wo Ghana bia no o waso die bibiri se obɛhyehyɛ nyema na oman na fa ne ntoma befra na omanfo so adi. Now, one of those duties, said you might the sharp binance and the here back up our woman say, or mouth for a team, or mubutum, or muyem, you mubidi, your mubeshe, a jumo mobeye. A bino beye and she a pobrunisi, a bino be creating an enabling environment, a mobi a juma coso. Na ubia setimi konano, ubia timinya bibitu ni butum de home. Nabusuya enenema. This is very important. Wenti enyetwaba. Na mobe kaya 2016 yekotwaba. DNA ensemo a aban omutisui eye MPP aban a owura Nanado Danko Akufuado. Eni na bedi akire Alhaji Bawumia e kachire Ghana for. What did they say about the 2016 economy? And what did they promise us? Boshebe no mo de mayen. Dia no mo kan about Ghana sikasem at that time. Ye bebu nkompo na ya kai ye ho. Enti hwe we ma misisi e.
I think this country is going through quite turbulent times, and we need a change. And I think this is why Nana Akufo-Addo has nominated me to partner him to bring a different vision, a different way of doing things, to bring, a vision, dedication, competence, and integrity to the governance of this country. And I hope to assist him in delivering this vision to the country and to bring in, to usher in an MPP administration under the leadership of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. This country is destined for greater things. I am very optimistic about the future of this country, and I believe if and when the good people of Ghana give Nana Akufo-Addo the mandate, we will make a very positive change in the lives of the people of this country. The suffering that the people are going through at the moment under the administration of the current government is quite needless, and we believe quite strongly that with the leadership of Nana Akufo-Addo, we can make a change in that particular situation that many Ghanaians find themselves in. So I humbly have accepted this nomination, and I hope by the grace of God to do my utmost to help Nana Akufo-Addo deliver this vision and to help the MPP get elected in 2016. I ask all Ghanaians to come aboard this train. That is a train that we will lead.
This was Alhaji Bawumia in opposition. Emra no mampenye Akufo-Addo aboni dia paw ne se o meboa no mumu o man Ghana. O se o Ghana fo wa ho kyerem. Na ho kyere ne wu hia senke be wa ho kyerem. E needless. Na omo ba one Akufo-Addo ba no mo dia hoto ensesa mapa e be ma ye ho atoye aba. Enye no nko a he spoke about the kind of economy they will be giving the people of Ghana. And also hwe we ma mesisi
I want to leave that to breathe. But we are going to build a new economy, a different economy, and you will be hearing a little bit more, because you cannot just criticize without providing alternatives. And we are going to, and we have anyway.
You can tell us something as to what exactly.
I'm telling you, it's an exciting. I will tell you what it is not. It is not a doomsday economy. It is not a dead goat economy. It is not a friends and family economy, right? It is an economy that will create jobs.
I'll say it is not a doomsday economy. It is not an confirmed economy. Economy a dia hotoni yo enimpuntu beba. Na Ghana for say ate yakoto abamo. Na nya no nkwa no mo kan. Ora ba womie ya. Sanso kansem wakese about how under the MPP the economy was going to grow and grow and grow, and there will be jobs and jobs and jobs. And also Shema Mrs. here.
Economy is going to grow and grow and grow, and we will have jobs and jobs and jobs. This is the economy of Nana Addo.
Abusafo eno na mote no masumu nti ene ye baba behwe se sa boshe no mo de share no ensem wa kese a mo kan ye no ensem wa na esi kire wom ensem wa na ewo wom adokodoko nsem a se bi mpreduasa uko nwuram ko ka kire boa mo ti akro bedi wachi afiri nwuram abafie ye o mo ka kire Ghana foi ene akosisen ye hwe economy no. Come with me. What do we see today? We had picture here that screen you see ya. Yeah, chow Ghana economy baby ane jina 2016 na owura bawumia ne omampanyi Akufuado ekeka sansemi na hano so echraw baby na economy ni jina. So we are seeing, we want to see say the omokan na bamu a de dikan ni total debt. Ghana ka as of December 2016 na 120 billion. That is from Nkrumah Abreso ABC Mahama Abreso. And Ghana ka could do 658 billion. E kan ye beka ho asem. 650 billion. Ti Ghana ka no mo ka say doso at 120 billion under NDC and Mahama. No more ba beteso no. They say do 658 billion. Sa ebra na Yowura Mahama tia konwa so o mo kasa ansem ni nyina no. Na Ghana oil a onyamede a chen na ye ba akopɛ oil field Jubilee fields eno na omampanyi Kufuor discover ya odija Yowura Atamels ma wono so dija Yowura Mahama. Enti oil sika na ye nya na ye kakra bi. We're getting just about 40,000 barrels of oil a day. But Yowura Mahama ekɔ tikese da so da ye pa ni investment o ye enti no. Owura ba wumi abaye as chairman of the economic management team oil fields no wenya miensa. Uwe sika dodo a Yowura Mahama na ban enyaye in 8 years Atamels ne John Mahama sika omunyaye nyina obroni si revenue, total revenue generated 248 billion for John Mahama ne Atamels. Owura ba wumi ne Akufuado enya 925 billion. Just say Atamels ne John Mahama sika omunyaye so mo de bu Ghana no omanya no moho miensa. Yowura Mahama Abreso no mu twa na dapa no say ya ho kira ye wom was needless ne de keka ho. Now the Ghana ka toto omei adwuma ye ehu sika eba yensem ye friend GDP na ye ohamu chichemu aduonu nsia 56%. E chere say ye betumi de Ghana ejapade nyina atua ye ka ama yenya 44% of yesika ewa akire. Enei a omanya sika times 3 of what John Mahama ne Atamels nyaye no. And the Ghana camera debt to GDP 104%. The trend say ye ton Ghana ejapade nyina ni ye fa ye sika nyina ye dutua ye ka ye be sans wa de ka Ghana hu sika nyina ntimi ntua ye ka. That is what it means. Inflation impomponso anyama bo fa sokosoro Mahama Abreso ne ye twa na dapa ese ni di edi na tem no na ye 15.4%. And they are Owura Bawumia a chairman of the economic management team and vice president, you know, a 25%. This is after say a 54% in December 2022. Then, according to the World Bank, Ghana for 800,000 a free ahutom eko ohia bubromu. This is it, inflation rate. Offer dollar rate na Mahama Abreso, na dollar, a cost 3.8, 3.9, 4 cedis, cost 4 cedis, 20 pesos, so we need dollar back. And then the same dollar back on 15 cedis, 70 pesos. Baby impodie, 16 Ghana cedis. Yera Mahama Abreso, na kaya de, and who see who was you tuya. Interest and amortization, na yetimi tuya ne pepepe. And na Uraba wumia or can ansem de etia konyaso no ene ye default or dead default just say ye ka mere yen aso man ya dane amanfo a ye ntimi ntua ye ka ebiem ye Ura Mahama Abreso na ye koje bosia a ye credit rating ye good B- e che say investors we ye mugidie say ye je besia ye betumi atua ene Ghana credit rating no aba baller junk status. Investors ato your plumo international capital market. Ye ntimi nkwaje besia bia biem because obia se Ghana je besia ontumi ntua. Enne ukwaje besia e wo bank e hunsi hu 50%. Wenya ne ye kura 40%. Besia hunsi hu. Dia na obetimi de sa besia na ye. Na wetimi atua sa kai. These are the people who said they had the men and they were coming to change the economy. Na ye nyina ye ho atoyen. Enne 50% interest rates in some banks, but Mahama Abreso a course require 25%. And I can go on and on this, the state of the economy. Now, one who baby your mind Ghana, ye jina CCA, and ye manye, and ye mati pan some economy no, a buying a bono. Uraba wumiane, a kufuado, or must say, or mine. And that is why we are all suffering. Now, Busia, Obeka said, what happened to the exchange rates? Me table no me do baby na me $1 same. Exchange rate dollar. Then na ato Ghana cedi and ama dollar at Prague. Now, how far with the economic fundamentals of Uraba Wumiaka ho asem? Ebi ana refi into the video we ma Mrs. here.
We no more ba. Ya be say yes kasam. Cedi na ya hata. I want him be any. I don't see one year deep down the young faso. What was it I say to maybe Muswa, Unya faso? Because Sikano, a Munyedu. Nemonia Juma Kessia Babaye. The Baba says, near the Celia, a more two, now one in deep down, when your home faso. What if I said Muswa, when your home faso? Kaobi tina me kofa abawumia so be ka me ho ye hihye ye sikasem no eyiye na sika no emunye dubio let me the adwuma ne ahoto so abagana
O chamia oni asem ka o se nana wasumu a o mampenye kufuado na mote ne nka no no opetumi o se Mahama Abreso na cedi na ye hata this is a time na cedi ne be 3 cedis 4 cedis e ko so 4.2 Cedi na ya hata enu nti ena wakofa bawumia base omra no ma cedi ni nya hoden o se enu anti ena wakofa bawumia ba nti bawumia raising tia o mampenya kufu ado fa ne se na bedi a kire no ono wankasa kalkum yetene kwakonum mo amatibi na bawumia isu ba ye ena ono be kire Ghana fo de ma cedi e depreciate hwewe ma me.
Currencies depreciate when the fundamentals are wrong.
Right.
And the mismanagement of this economy in terms of the fundamentals is what was driving the depreciation of the currency. You can't be running double-digit deficits, double-digit current account and fiscal deficits, borrowing to this extent, financing your deficit with huge printing of money from the central bank, and expect your currency to be stable. The fundamentals will not support it.
Right.
But if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. The type of free fall that we are seeing with the cedi exchange rate is a vote of no confidence by market players in the management of the economy. Indeed, many market players.
What the can't your mampenya kufuado in opposition. I said Mahama cedi no aye hata. And no kofa Omampenya be de chiba Bawumia buy to stabilize the city. That is the main reason to your man adwuma nya me na meka. Your man adwuma no na eka. And Owura Bawumia say, "Samre no, na city need depreciate because the fundamentals are weak." On the catch there yo. Just Ghana sikasem fapem no. Na ayem mere eni ahoden bia. Under Mahama. That is when the dollar was just about 4 cedis. And also chire say if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Now the entire exchange rate na expose you ya dollar do 4 cedis ne say. Ono na numu asem. Bible say we numu asem ne de be buafo and ye de be buabem. O say the entire na fundamentals na ye weak no. And say investors any GDA bia wo Ghana sikasem because Mahama say Ghana sikasem. Inti nay omo maba apostles of strong economic fundamentals. You heard the akwesi. The only TV is Ghana sikasem be agina. In primpri ameno kase as compared to 2016 na MPP for kasa ansem ni nyina. Enti de di kan ye dollar ene ye sika wiase nyina ye didi dwapa Ghana so it is the same. Mahama abreso a dollar cost ro pa no it was 4 cedis 20 pesos me di kan catch ro no create do. And now me no say dollar 15 cedis 7 pesos. So what happened to the economic fundamentals number we make ho asem. O ye dollar free wa abusuan for sika pa biemu Ghana for didi dwa safer. Because in PMP ka dollar asem a MPP communicators say oh is a dollar enya hoden. So it is appreciating against all the major currencies. What about the safer? John Mahama breso na 1 million safer. Ukita 6,000 cedis. Titisikano 60 million na obenya 1 million safer. Ene ya papai Owura Bawumia ono oka so very strong fundamentals obaye. Ene wo pay the same 1 million safer na. I just ukita 26,000 cedis. Titisikano 260 million. Judge it for yourself. We anya NDC anya MPP o. Mpenyi se de odani jamu no. Oni ne dinsi de hihye nefa. Enti kano kre no. Se ne boshe no wadi so ana woni so. €1 under President Mahama Abreso na 4 cedis 70 pesos. Ene say €1 17 cedis. Yanka say ema euro kosro and ema dollar kosro. Yanka say ema safe and kosro. But look at the quantum leap when pomponso na kosro no. 1 British pound sterling. Mahama Abreso no mudi na terminal. Omo organize lectures. Kasa abrofo akese no. 6 cedis ubenya 1 British pound sterling. And they go to any forest bureau and you 20 cedis. Baby krano 21 cedis. Into where they are Bawumia to 4. This is the economic fundamentals. Na Bawumia jana numu wa kan wanse bebribi no. Kasa ni nyina no. This is it. Now I showed you a table maka inflation, maka credit rating, me kabrofo akese economic terms, dollar safer. But what does these indicators mean for the ordinary Ghanaian? What does it mean to you? In Susanso ben also. Oh, and also Owura Bawumia chire. Se Ghana ni bia opeso hu in Susanso economic indicators yi ewo so akodwom. Ono ni dwomu ano opposition no ta akopa ye malata market. Nti hwe we mame. Ye ba ye be come malata market.
Been increasing. My visits to the markets, whether it's in Malatar or Tamale or wherever, suggest that food prices are really going up. That is clear. I mean, in Bolga market, for example, as I pointed out in my lecture, maize, a staple, maize, you know, where we eat tozafi every day from maize, went up by 60% within just the last year. More than 100% in Accra. I mean, you know, so the point is that when you look at the cost of living, you know, the benefits of a single-digit inflation rate doesn't seem reflected in the cost of living. When you look at...
This is a time where under President Mahama Abreso, na inflation in Pomponswa nyama bokosro na ba from 1 to single digits. And na o may be a and Owura Bawumia say even though say Mahama the inflation about single digit no. So single digit inflation e wu hia because ono okob malata market e brobu akosoro 60%. Esre ma brobu akosoro say iti dwomu buo ade na yemfa nkasa. but we na chere you malata market asem and inflation anya single digit 25%. So yanko dwom yakoma malata market de ne yekuhu ye enyema ye disi dan Ghana ni bia wo hwe me bia na wo bobra we enya ndisi enya MPP me say wa setena mu asem wo bobra na de si wani so ne se wo ye adwuma wo sam wani mu fifire na wonya bibi kakra wo betumi de aye japade bi wo ya setena mu ade na japade dan every Ghanaian young person aspire or must aspire to build. Enti anyama bo anyama ye disi dan ne bo te say we iron rods okoma lata dwomu ba wo mi favorite market 2016 iron rods we 16 mm na ye ton 2800 2016 and as iron rods 1 ton 16 mm no ye ton 8200 titisika no 82 million yen ka se ma nyama bo nkoso o ba hwe mpompon so no 2800 in 2016 under President Mahama Bawomia di na tem ka brofo akese ye lectures ene under Bawomia economic messiah omampanyi Akufo-Addo se mede na ba se omasidi nya ho de na nyama bo nkos form no 8200 cement Mahama abreso cement bo cost ro na ekodu 27 cedis per bag ene ukodwomu a cement bag enkran ha 108 cedis. In Krobisono, we are talking about the 50 kg. In Krobisono, a brought 108 cedis. Forget about the picture. We are talking about the 50 kg. Where cable electricals who see down cable metal 1.5 mm, 1 ton, 1 coil. 2016, 73 cedis per. And I'm in say the same cable metal 320 cedis. 16 mm cable metal no 2016 now you 632 cedis under President Mahama. 2024 look at it 3,220. It wa wo hwe me a wo say ye wo to MPP mu to koto abama wo no. What hope do you have to build a house? Wo hwe baby a enyama bo aduru ya eni mrika enyama bo ikoya. Se de ye bo bra ko ye nimi de ye de enyama bo be kosoro. But look at the quantum pompon no. Enyanyama ye di si dan kwa petrol we obi ayusu. Uni car wo de beto petrol gu mu awo moto. Uni moto awo abobo ya. Uni biso a wo be fa car ana be fa moto. Wo betua lorry fare. And lorry fare na petrol bo na ye di twa. NDC address 1 gallon 14 cedis. They say Mahama timu eden. And they said all those things you have watched. And they say 65. Even some of the filling stations are 67 cedis. Look at the quantum leap. And then petrol no 1 liter it is a fried oil bottle. Nibwe denche Mahama gallon. Because fried bottle liter no they say 14.85 under Bawumia. But under Mahama na eno ye gallon bo. Yet ye say Mahama kwa say onima mamu oye incompetent. We kra na arewo na busu we sanitary pad Ghana ma mo hwe me de me ken eyemanimu asem a oba bia onyame aye ne se bosumi bia no ubegu bra until you will need this. I just oba wa fa afro and oba wo how bi nti ontimi engu bra ya sanitary pad 2016 ni eto ba ko bia 2 cedis 50 pesos Malata market ba wo mi adwom ho asem price ni 2 cedis 50 pesos. And then the same year sanitary pad, you turn 18 cedis under Bawumia. 2016, always ultra sanitary pad. Now you 4 cedis. And then you turn 30 cedis. Look at it from 4 to 30. Look at what your brand is saying. Soft care. 3 cedis 50 pesos in 2017. And then 18 cedis sanitary pad. So it is not just building materials. It is not just petrol. Even sanitary pad. The agusu ye aduane ye nyina ye tobi. It does. 2016 now per rubber bucket ba kusi ya 8 cedis. And they 200 cedis. Jene now wo per bucket say ya 2016 15 cedis. And they 80. In total no 8 cedis to 200 cedis. Jene 15 to 80 cedis. Aden Ghana you Somalia na. Ghana war is here. Ghana is Syria. Omaya onyame adom yen. Obroni ba krom wo se ye fra Sikampo ano Gold Coast. Ye wasase pa nsuo to ye yekua. Baby antos ni je na buadru after promising planting for food and jobs. Gary lo kani o, Gary boys e de be wo beans na tu ama omadi and only be trust tokens for school muso. From 5 cities in 2016 to 30 cities as we speak. Ewa Accra. Ebia ukrom de ebetumi awo form kakra ba Accra 30 cities. A bro bag kese no 170 cities under President Mahama. Yesi ni team wedi oni mama mu. And abawomia 800 cities ewa Malata market. Anybody can go and check. Kokonte, my favorite, La Pewa. And then boys in the area of far. Kokonte Samuel. 200 cities bag bako under President Mahama and 1,100. Kokonte they a banche. Kokonte bag etimi fi 200 to 11 million. Akoko broiler kese ba ko say 2016 na ye 45 cities and they do 200 Ghana cities. And katie one paint bucket na 30 cities. And then 180. We didn't into munu 30 to 180. Because you are create under John Mama 12 cities and then baby 65. Opa kesiana. Come on, kusuya ya ben want to be honest with you. Ade. Bonne ben ya dia way. And they want to break the 8 with this. They say it is possible. Yes, it is possible for onion buckets to move from 15 to 80 cities. And it is possible so I will do 2 more mubi more. A between 100 cities I go 200 cities. That is what they mean when they tell you it is possible. It is possible for them to increase. I want chrenia benedi a wukum and I'm a mamu fon omubu. Na busian for aduane na dokro enkran dokro Mahama abraso na ketwa no 1 cedi. And 4 cities. The na Mahama abraso size kese na benya no 1 cedi 50 pesos and 5 cities. And then kind of your boss 6 cities and 7 cities even in Accra. By the ponampo de bobo from 5 cities back and 30 cities. And more. And I'll be here. Gino rice 5 kilo. Mama breast on 25 cities and then 185. And more. Lele rice. Mama breast 18 cities and then 125 cities 5 kg. Cindy rice. Mama breast 10 cities 5 kg no and 100 cities. Bone be ne dia ya kufuado. Obeka so Sammy Gyamfi ne ko odwo munti no enyema ne bono de bia ka ho. Me na me ko odwo me ni me nua ba Daniela, member of our communications team. Ye ko Malata market me bona ba so. But se woni bi be dia chinya hwede da so ye. We de efri multimedia o Joy FM. Ene omo stations ne guso no. Omo so akodwom. Entos adaka kese no. De almost ko hu yeni. Almost January 2024 yeah. We dey 2016. Na ntos adaka kesi according to Joy na 1,005. And no raba wo mi ade akọ 6,000, 60 million to 70 million. Ntos adaka kesi. This is according to multimedia. Mako bucket kesi no so multimedia for ko almost say June 2023 last year na 65 cities. They say do 200 cities. This is the basic things we consume. Dear Yakrani, Eldra, Minia, O Yaria, Obequakoto of the counter medicine. Where a F-pack tablet, 2017, they 50 pesos and they 3 pesos. Where Lufa tablet, and the malaria drone. Now, 2017, 5 cities, a drone, they say do 30 cities under Baumia. Where Mojadro, ferroglobin syrup. And Mahama, 30 cities and 100 cities. ORS, they will move travel so about Quacotono so about Umia. And you free 40 pesos to 2 cities, 50 pesos. Ko Kotoku, Druswa, and also cream. 2017, 4 cities, 50 pesos. They say 118 cities, Cocoa Drew. Cavedalo, and also another cocoa, blood pressure drew. From 15 cities in 2017 to 15 cities to 261 cities in 2024. Fox Ziga, 70 cities in 2017 year and 840 cities. Just look at this. and you want to vote for these people again? Now, go back from fire saying. On fire saying. Now, what's your for? Yes, said your daddy Jemuno. Is this subium on the Nimsin is Shenefa? Yeah, and this Yaman Yoko Jom Diako Huni. Now, there na Jom Fuankasa Soka. She we mammy this year.
Previous na bona esi ho amusimono. Anka be 2.5 and 300. Na susisi na 9 million. And now transportation na akosuro nti. And na sisi enso first na ka we ye beboa ne bebre si ho na susisi we ba ko 5 cedi. Ana nkitu anu myensa 10 cedi. Sa na ye ne sisi ya. Enti nyama no boa ye de nti so mbe bibia fa ho amaya. Ebeboa ye sifa no so kwa na ekosuro. Eko a atachi bibia enti amanyama no boa na ekosuro.
Sisi a ntos adaka 7,000. Sana e tono adin su ye hye so aye nto wo be hye nto so fitana pasa wo nto hwe fitana kwa ma ba me nto ade mpo endu 100 cedis aye kita ma ye hwe wo GM time na ye ton tos ne na enye sew nto si ndu 2000 nto si ndu we mpo endu 50 million mpo it is a see we say na nto se du nto se du 7,000 uko fa ba ma no musuro omuso mu ntumi nto na nto se ni sisi onu mo fitana baba be transisa uko so be pelori fe ukita ma wo fia obe hwe wo iti ye bro ye branca samanu ye bre gm ye hia wan kasa se bra na ye bre bibia boy se bibia boy ye din amaye ye ntumi nto se fa bibia akoso dollar so akoso ye ho akire ye ntumi ye ho hwe uba market fitana pa odidi once be ondidi bio
ene da ho no. These videos, we have a lot of them. NDC 360 akojom, die jomfo ma, die ma menom, die nua ma, die nua meme wo jomo mu di dweye adwumaka in subsequent editions. This is just part 1. We'll be bringing you a lot of those videos. Wow, so kojomu, you can ask them. Aja wow kra na wo tu botomu ato until you know. Said the America no no create do na there be any. Na obi beka say how did we get here? Den and on my Ghana. Itimi koda amna donku we mo aye na yesika sem nyina tete apansa mo a oton a yento ufiri a yentua wodon sa hye obotomu a ensi hwe so adentia eyenye ma nan a egu screen yisui dedi kan reckless borrowing besia aban we abo yetu omofo mu ntie no mo brobosia enega na ka kosoro amene ya yentimi ntua ye ka no na ama enu nti obi ani gidie wo yesika semu no eno na ama yesidi na ho ode no atofom kra se Ghana ahokyere aba excessive taxation etimodern taxes a owura ba wo mia ene o mampanya kufu ado asesa agu yeso titiriu enu nti na wo bere no reckless spending sikadie basa and corruption and profligacy katasheshe proye dream Pesani kumunya chronofita. That is the reason why we are suffering. Na mamenka ekane ho asem kakra. Besia. Obekaya. Hey, Oraba we wedi Ghana for bonio. Adokodo konsem. You remember what he said about borrowing? Say Ghana ye wosika. Ya tisika so come there. That is what Akufuado said. And Bawomia said, "Eni say ye mo besia mpodi ye kwan. Ye tow your roads now. We can get money to construct a choir you hear Ghana nyina. What do you video mame?
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
And that one say we don't have to borrow. We just have to toll. It just say one toss or and I have Ghana kedro. This is paragraph 99 of the Auditor General's report for 2016 on the Consolidated Fund. O check paragraph 99. Auditor General mauhu a car na Ghana de asa 2016 amahama eko. Into we my source Auditor General's report paragraph 99. You can go and check. Na Ghana car de ye deno domestically. Ghana for yaje omo besia wa ha through bonds and T-bills na 52 billion kakra da achiri amanone car na yede 68.1 billion. Okabomu a na ye 120.3 billion. Nti fan 120 billion. That was the debt. A President Mahama Dijaye. And where ye a car abaya wodo from Nkrumah, Kotoka, Efrifa, Champon, Kufo, Dr. Hillel Liman, JJ Rollins, ye papa Kofo, ye papa Tamils, John Mahama omunyina aka no. What said ye? World Bank the chair and a hepic free 120 billion. Now under Bawumia or say nisi a bob besiampo ye kwine. I can do saying. This is Ghana Web, 25th May 2024. And a Bank of Ghana the way by. Ghana's public debt reaches 658.6 billion. Now this okay story now. I said this is for February of this year. Enti March kanka ho, April kanka ho, June kanka ho. So the April ni May ni June kanka ho. He said there ye ni ebia 800 billion kra yetwem. But 658.6 billion. Now enti Ghana can say net here. We screen you so a Nkrumah me ya sure pa say a FIFA no. Me ya sure say we minim say be ya kan say Kufu ado papa ni we dey minim no. So ansa na a champion Kufu, Dr. Hillel Liman, JJ Rollins, ya papa Kofo, ya papa Tamils, ya papa Mahama. Omu nyina aka ni 120 billion. What free ya ka 658 billion na ya de ni mu a. Cheso omu nkwa no bo ka 18.2% eni. Opa na Jack Toronto ni ninu aketwa ba Ulaya. Omunkwa aka no omajimu 538.6 billion in 7 years. Ohamu chichemu adu wotwe baako eni akire 81% and over. Eni. Enti ena Ghana ni bia ye che Ghana kai ma Ghana for ye dodo ye 30 million na. Ghana ni awohwe me including MPP ni including wo ba wa wo nenge obi ade ka 22,000 titisika no 220 million. Oka wo de no no. Na bisa said dey na mind sika we ya wonya so mfa so a wo de sa ka buburu we. Excessive taxation. Aso mo kan nsem wo mo kan ye. Ye de me ba ye me kan hwe nche oma no. Asem wo amaka bia me tu mire na ma kire osie na mama obi adi. Ye nkɔhwe de ba wo mi akan ye. And Mahama I will say Mahama Timu on the taxes are banned. The taxes are hurting the economy. And then you can hear about moving us from taxation to production. Producer, give me those 2 videos.
They are hurting the economy. These taxes are hurting. And therefore, you are not going to get the growth. And when you don't get the growth, you will not get the revenue. And when you don't get the revenue, you go back to increasing taxes to get the revenue. And then you are in a cyclical downward spiral. And so they have it wrong. And we will change that particular policy. We will use the tax incentives to grow this economy.
The MPP will shift the focus of economic policy away from taxation to production. So we are going to move away from taxation to production. From taxation to production.
I said, Mahama Abreso Nitimu or the taxes don't do Ghana for so, and it is hurting the economy. Into a move here from taxation to production. You yate. Uraba we are taxes or the other taxation to production here. Dedikai COVID levy. This is the only government. What will show me? You can check. We are seeing na check say yare boni coronavirus e babe kum nipa no. O mind ben ene de yare no adane tax eto boni ato ne manfo so say. Te senka malaria. Yes, you malaria levy. And our HIV levy, and our cholera levy. Where the COVID-19 levy, check. There is no country in the world. I just allege by Wobia or promise to move us from taxation to production. COVID came since 2021, 2022. Yadasutuya COVID levy be seen there. They see 2024 you move, and yet they continue to blame COVID now. Or more who levy yaba. And COVID levy is when you COVID levy on VAT flat rates of 3% into a never flat rate of 4%. COVID levy on national health insurance levy of 2.5%. And national health insurance levy at 3.5%. And where you toa indirect tax, auto nsuo, auto paper, auto eduane. Anything you buy, ideal make, kusuya utuya sa tuwe COVID levy. Taxation to production man, but we are doing no aye. Or the modern tax ayenti bimpe nyinsem da levy. And Canada 1.5%. Your casa is almost about 1%. In the nedumeni ho, ohiani ne bra no ye adwuma onye sika kakra wo se me send bibi ama me ba ana me bisuani oye momu na ya te no 1% ate ne sika. Yet Bawumia told us say momo de eye hiafo na eye ni say ye de to so ene oje 1% momo and other electronic transactions levy. Financial sector levy 5%. Boys adwuma ni homo bre obata bia ni wa ofese ne bakoto chacha na ne bakotwa bet be na adwuma ni wonti dia na akra ne nyonko bokro no okotwa match Manchester versus Arsenal, Manchester versus Arsenal no di kakra so a Bawumia ase meje 10% betting levy. Energy sector recovery levy 20 pesos per liter of diesel and petrol eno na ma petrol bo aye dia ye ntimi ntua no Bawumia de aba. Okoto LPG gas so a wasans we share ho 18 pesos of energy sector recovery levy. The gas so ye ntimi nto. Ya san kra so the boiler tax ato petrol ni diesel so enti ene ye ntimi nto 10 pesos per liter. Yet ye hu de omo de boiler tax na ye efi mineral na emene ye e wo my Ghana mo. 2.5% increase in VAT enti ene VAT akosro from 12.5% to 15%. Growth and sustainability levy. All these taxes on Ghanaians. They said here, enwusie mpo ye de to ato so. Moto, abobo ya, mahama, kambu, all of them, car, bibia e generating musie biano. You calculating musie na yeti to 100 cedis. Ye de tuaba. All these taxes by a man who promised to move us from taxation to production. You know understand ame. Na ade ba ku bia nso ama ahokyere we aba apart from besiabo bebrebe na asay o man is kasem. Ene etimorden obroni say draconian taxes sikadie no reckless spending and corruption. And reckless spending the Bawumia de kachre o say Ghana ye problem ayewo no is not revenue, it's about prudent expenditure. Share evidence in my Mrs.
Ghana's problem is not about resources. Our problem is the efficient and honest management of the resources. Ghana's problem is not about resources. Our problem is the efficient and honest management of the resources. Ghana's problem is not about resources. Our problem is the efficient and honest management of the resources.
Eti Bawumia no. Akufo-Addo lecturer, economic wizard. O say Ghana your problem enye sika dodo ayenyi o. Na emom kwan ya be faso wa yusu sika ni yi ama manfo enya so faso. Ede dey mi so uraba Bawumia, Ghana sika bebrebe na mo nya no. 935 billion in total revenue in only 7 years. As compared to Owura Mills ne John Mahama 248 billion. Wo de ye den. O man penye Akufo-Addo aso e ho no mu di sika no. Office of Government Machinery. Fikesiem ho. 2015 President Mahama it is worth 453 million cedis and a call. 2016 or the 718 million and a call in the office of the president as I'm making. Owura Bawumia on say yen use Ghana sika efficiently omo ba 2017 or the 1.5 billion a call. We year 2018 or the 1.9 billion and a call. 2019 or the 1.9 billion and a call. Mahama there no 453 million to 780 million. Yet Bawumia says it's not efficient use. Or no, from 1.5 to 1.9 billion. 2020, 4.3 billion. 2021, 2.9 billion. 2022, 3.1 billion. 2023, 1.4 billion. 2024, 2 billion. These are the apostles of efficient use of the meager resources of state. All the taxes, office one and Wudisikano. And let me tell you some of the things they use the money for. 2022, Omo Ankasa report on the Common Parliament, Oman Penye Akufo-Addo office. Almost Sika Omo de Tofu 51.1 million cedis. City Sikano 510 billion. Fuel in 9 months in 2022. President Akufo-Addo ne to our call no 2022 16.9 million ne to keke 169 billion. Almost car tire and car batteries. And 50 million cedis, 150 billion in 9 months in 2022. 150 billion for car cover and a car battery. Cabinet retreat by Opoku Mokoye 4.8 million cedis, 48 billion. One cabinet retreat at Peduase, one meeting a Akufo-Addo and the ministers koye 48 billion. Private jet we mshena na or chata na no na mepe no. We mshena. We mshena. Any we mshena no chata in 3 months 40 million. On sa private jet kese na no chata di tukwa no. Titisika no 400 billion. This is what they use your money for. And they come and tell you, say, efficient use. Our problem is not revenue. So if the problem is efficient use, how efficiently are you using our money? Look at Chrono Ecoso, look at the waste. Not too long ago, we were talking to you about Pualugu Dam, Sika, $12 million or Mashenekwa. Skytrain, $2 million or Medinikwa. Temamoto Way, $2.5 million or Medinikwa. Ejapa, 153 million cedis or Medinikwa. PDS, over 2 billion cedis are I can go on and on and on. And that is why their own party for MPP for Namu defended no. Munya MPP ni nchire Kennedy Japan. Muntie de Kennedy Japan waka about the question.
MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Not intimidating and comfortable.
It was Honorable Kennedy Japan.
He is more MPP than all the MPP people here. He is telling you because he is in there. About senior MPP mpanyinfo ba wo miani Akufo-Addo ne omo busuafo omo nkoa efo my Ghana sika. And I say omo bomb mine chrono like there is no tomorrow. You want to debate that? Mpanyin say bomo chichie. Ofu isu ase be catch us or den cheme we ni na chinye. The man is in there. No we ever say what is the impact of Sasi Kasalmo Master in Nina? Edromu Niema ne boya de nkwana. No, enya no nkwa. The story we mame. We are Ghana Web story. Ghana Web. Let me zoom it. Producer, if you can enlarge it for me so that I can zoom it. Was a list of multinational companies that have left Ghana in recent times. Enyuma yokonkwa amamu oboni nti omadwuma gu no omafiri Ghana. And no me bechere wono sa nyema we hu susanso no. It's about the nyuma egu e na obi afiri Ghana ekọ amaye atwa ye ho ahia na because of that nti amanfo lose omadwuma amanfo no aduane ebo wo. Now if you read the story, Glovo for no more delivery services omafiri Ghana. Glovo ko Nivea omoye Nivea deodorant spray enimku Nivea and then Nivea free Ghana. Oh my Ghana John Mohammed's Ghana and Chrome's Ghana. Nivea is gone. Areho. Jumia Foods. Almost so much delivery of food. Nidia keka. Jumia Foods. Oma boka and now all these taxes and the economy about Jumia sell. Jumia Foods so all the people they employed, they've lost their jobs. Lipton Tea under Unilever. Almost so this Lipton Tea plant. Omo yeno. Unilever for in Ghana, or man to me, Miesa, or free Ghana, or Mamuvuko Nigeria. And Kuya made for Mutimi, dark and lovely. Almost a Ghana, I had Dendodo, but we may say Sikas and almost call dark and lovely for call. Bet 365 for so call game for no more cramo, meboa game for so call, or free Ghana. Big, go for pen for Opoku, pen. What is happening to this country? Societe General, that bank, all these, I can go on and on and on. Producer, take me back to my presentation and bring you all these institutions. They are going to Nigeria, they are going to Cote d'Ivoire. All of them going. Jobs are being lost. People are losing their incomes. Now, dear Nabawomi Abeka Faho, dear Nobeka, no, didn't say Gunity or Moreno. Dear Nobeka Faho. Or say, oh, global factors. And say, eh, Okushi aso for the Okaino. Or see, we are saying, I may be seen to me and watch it. Or Trofo Muntiano.
Reverend Stephen Obenso Kai, as far as the pockets of our people are concerned, and how are we going to ease the burden? You know, throughout, especially 2021, 2022, however, it's very clear, say, cost of living has gone up across. Even when I was in Canada just a few weeks, less than 2 weeks ago, that was the complaint. UK, the same issue. We are seeing there's a major increase in the cost of living. Global inflation has increased fivefold, five times. So there is a problem.
Papa, we are projecting yourself as a paragon of wisdom, the answer to all our problems. We are once saying, Yansabwaka, or my penny for the kind, or the Bawomian, we are Simunian saying, maybe I should it. That's all problem. I never say Ghana, Sikasem, businesses are relocating. Yentimin toes, Yentimin tosment. There can be Mientia. Also, we are seeing in Canada, Wachraba. I want you to work on a bit of Canada. Now, we have one trail, and never will be on the catcher and say, Yem put your destiny into our own hands, Yem fix the economy. Now, in 2016, how could global factors jump our neighbors, Togo and Cote d'Ivoire, and come and destroy our economy alone? And never will be on the Kazan. So global factors cried in this year can be one seminal. Today, Ghana cedi is the third worst performing currency in Africa. 54 countries in Africa, third worst performing currency. In the Omana, why? Burkina inflation 3.7%, Cote d'Ivoire 3.8%, Togo the same thing. Am I global factors? No, it be affected Burkina now. It be affected Togo. It be affected Cote d'Ivoire now. What is it telling us? Producer, your kind about global factors. The
question that you have to ask is, how can global phenomena skip Cote d'Ivoire and all the surrounding countries and only attack Ghana? How does it happen?
Oh, say how could global factors jump all our neighbors? And then they woke up global factors. Yet few months ago, so they are going to turn the economy around. And this is the same person going around promising people. Yes, quattro quasi obe mount to Marty in the day. Uraba Wumia, we tram kuntumpu amane safwa yera ne woda bonte. Enye nne no de adokodoko ne atrosem ebabe dada yebiem. Yenim hwekura no, yenim se dokoro to ahye de yenim se aben. Yenim bosha wo hye yensem wakese o kan ye. Enene ne terminal report ne da ho no. Efin kwa. Wa mo di ba kumpu na wakaza wo consider efin kwa. And that is why you must show them the record. I will tell you next week what John Mahama is going to do to fix this mess. That is what we are going to do next week. That is what you are going to do. But before I sign out near the NDC and you, because I will read these videos. Abradio Omampenyo Kufuado Ankasa Kai. Emra na dollar every 1 cedi yako 2 cedis. Kufuado told us as enkono or NDC fwa enkobe pagana for what said dollar do 2 cedis. Not in a kunya at all. Watch the video.
$1, 1 cedi. In the time of Mills and Mahama, 2 cedis, $1. If I was them, I would say to the people of Ghana, I'm sorry. We are sorry for the poor work we have done. We're going to go and think about ourselves.
I say, you know, enka $1 do 2 cedis in Tino. Enkobe pagana for actual not the Kunyana tour. Then dollar equals 16 cedis. Oh, say we should allow you to break the 8. At the Ghana for you say to Abama Nebuchadnezzar or then Naibabi see a corn kunya prepuana. Why will any Ghanaian do that? And my brothers and sisters, we are not the only people calling for change because Bawumia and Akufo-Addo have failed. Even the MPP are calling for change because they know they have failed. This is Kennedy Japan. Watch it. About why you must vote for change.
Media no grace in Lumumpa and I can Japan or my NDC ammunition. NDC for Montigruma. when the man said, when your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. When he was saying that $1 was 4 cedis, and the current DC was 3 cedis, 80 pesos, and today 11.5. The rate of depreciation. What are we going to say? And to me, the baby had no credit be any account. Now they were unfairly or a mate.
But the failure here, the MPP party.
But Ebasa digital dia unka say MPP, I know there you take credit. Ebasa bibi nya dia wo say now you mate. Please, you see, I don't want individual, but media means so we makamachiro. I was expecting the year 2016. Oka economy was a year and competence see our call round to make economy was. He talks about digital.
Honorable Kennedy Japan dance and I don't know. Or say about Omianam economy no can was most digital. Na eba economy sikasem na enunti o mampenye Kufuor so fan as vice president. No ye the chairman of the economic management team also no he meet. I know they on can was. And he is telling you that they have failed. I don't think so. We hear any other evidence. About why that you is about who you can trust. And me can form out say, nipa will be to me agility. You see a warrior is none other. The be many munyam fuya na hofefefe. Be many munyam fuya oda nyame sonne da yepa. No when is wadi hunu a ode be sese o my Ghana ama Ghana ye krabewe. A leader you can trust is trustworthy. He is honest and is reliable. And we are telling you to vote for John Mahama. And we are telling you, Sefre Wasitirem Nafatwa Bapa. NBC and you need to come about free SHS. Because so Ghana ina 80. We are seeing now what is the position of John Mahama and the NDC on free SHS?
Yo, yeri kameda wase so mama konya ina machia omo ehwe ewo mamuni achichi nyina ade baako a ehia wo wiase pa aye enwomesua na oman bia ode nwomesua di agro no ne man no so kanko ekechiri enti oman ba bia wo man mu bia no eze wani ko oman no enwomesua ho ne senti yewura John Dramani Mahama Ghana mampanyi dada na ni so ade hunu a ewo secondary school a yekoni free wo Ghana no eno ho amane ene ne dai me de ebebo ye nyina na ansa na no mema ya bakosem kakra bi fa free education ankasa a ewo Ghana na de kwere se yewura osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah ena 1961 o pass Education Act ediba say under section 21 obi okọ school eye primary ene sabe ne friend middle school ne junior high school obi anko ni free na oye nhye so asabre no na school aye kọ si university de na obi akọ university so e free sabre aye kan 1961 na university a ewo man mu no na eye Legon na actually 1962 no ye de KNUST so ebeka ho Tubako University free. Afe primary, middle school, ni nyina ye free. 1960 so ono akro ya scholarship secretariat. Now the support to ono enimu ngoma. I was secondary school because secondary school under the Education Act no ne prescribed fee kakra bia I was say obia etua. Na Kwame Nkrumah de sa ehihye e de ba yemamu. Section 21 of the Education Act on Sama or Trail Honey, say primary school, area basic school, no middle school near there, you be free. Secondary no, so wakwa, you free. Nemum, we wait to your free kakra be a practical work, Nima be issue kakra home, training college near the United Tertiary na a free. And now, oh yes, sir, no. Now 1967, Obakaya, 24 February 1966. Ena ye wura fifa odituo etu Kwame Nkrumah amamu no eguye na ne kua na odibu oman no ne efre no NLC National Liberation Council ti 1967 no ena Kwame Nkrumah free education or the buy no oyi edi free ehonom na sabra na oyi afiri ho no eye owura afiri fa be ye omampanyin no ehwa no fa yewura Kofi Abrifa Buzia ena odne ye chairman of the political committee sabra na nso ena ofa Ghana mampanyin na Akufo Addo ne papa ena oye no otemuafo panyin a yefre no Chief Justice ewo omamu Edward Akufo Addo sampani mfuei ena yewura afiri fa ene wombu oman no ndi se wokọ Google na busa se who abolished free education in Ghana? You will say Yewura Afrifa one Yewura Buzia. Sabe Buzia also Prime Minister. Eye 1969 bedru ho e na omuyi sa free education no e di free Ghana say ahochara ba omani mu e di se be ya obi antua school fees na yenko se be ya oman bi bia e be kama. Na Yewura Kofi Abrifa Buzia apart from so ye chairman of the political committee no ono so be ye director in charge of civic education. I know men on anti baby no church amount for civil rights. Civic rights. After 1969, Anna Ura a free fire said, over signed the minor if you show your memu, Ako Kamamika because you don't see a true constitution, you may see democracy no echi. And only a second Republican constitution into a committee, some committee no enter constitution. The Chief Justice, Edward Akufo Addo, Omampanyin Akufo Addo papa, no ka committee no. Dr. Kofi Abrifa Buzia no ka committee no. Sa committee na 1969 constitution. Don't try constitution no. Oman for free education no. Ama 1969 constitution no emu. Na just say a free 1969 ba no. Aye school fees samu kwa na ye ka no oman mu. Nti ya to aba 1969 wie no. Yewura Edward Akufo Addo aye Omampanyin no ti akonyosi na ado. Ne papa ene be Ghana nyina ma mpanyini ena sabe ne era ne parliamentary system enti de no da aban nanim ewa adwuma yemu no eye Yewura Buzia enti 1969 no na yesa amamwei wo me da no wo mu bu man na from 1969 to 1972 na 1970-71 ena wo de budget e ba Ghana mrahye badwam na budget wo de ba mrahye badwam no asemo a na wo mu ena e de atoso yi na me pesa me kan na tie for say the long preparation for the implementation of government decision is now coming to an end, and I'm able to announce that as from the beginning of the 1971-72 academic year, scholarships will only be granted to students of exceptional merit. All other students can either avail themselves of a loan scheme which will be put into operation and which will carry general terms, or else they can depend upon their families for financing. And the way, a budget where you are judgments on the finance minister on the university free education away university you come if you need to university bia you be loan ho na wagebosia na wo dia school say untimi so a ene je se wagofo obusuafo enhwew Buzia yes ane Owura Akufo Addo papa no MPP for na UP for mpani for pa no wo na de MPP ba no mu yi sa free education no e free your universities na just say Ghana the free sabre no we go school from primary secondary e ko ba bia we betua school fees and ye tua na sa and 1979 Owura Rollins be ye cool e betu abaya no wo so no edigu ye na wodi akonwa no anchakra no se dabi opese edo man no koka bimami ka bi na yeto aba and ye try 1979 constitution and the third republican constitution that constitution no article 10 and Owura Rollins ma ye de show say yenko for free education no ensign ebrabio it in 1979 constitution Owura Rollins sign ye na ye de to aba e ma Dr. Hilal Imam ebedi akonya no e no sign the free education e de ba yeman mu na e church free education say ye be ye no levels ni nyina basic primary and middle afi ye be ko secondary ye be ko tertiary any adult ayina ama men ko na sa amamu no ye de constitution to aba yi Dr. Hilal Imam no anche ena Rollins in pen for sambe 2 Dr. Hilal Imam amamu no buye afi de the constitution no anya dwuma bio enti ye tra military room until 1992 ɛna owura Rollins yɛ sɛ yɛde ɔman no kɔ kama menka bi nti yɛntwerɛ constitution a yɛde bɛsi hɔ a yɛman ebɛtumi de ɔman si hɔ na sogya amamuo bi nyɛ dɛ ɛmma bio nti yɛfrɛfrɛ amanfoɔ nyinaa sɛ wɔn mmra na yɛntwerɛ constitution bɛka yɛ Ghana Bar Association alɔyafoɔ ɔmo sɛ ɔmo deɛ ɔmo nyɛ bi MPP kuo no so ni sɛ alɔyafoɔ na ɛyɛ mpanimfoɔ mu nti ɛma MPP panyini biara ni hɔ a ɔde no hyɛ mmerɛ a yɛtwerɛ yɛ 1992 constitution no na saa constitution no under article 25 ɛna owura Rollins ne mpanimfoɔ ɛde hyɛ hɔ sɛ free education no yɛde ba na afei deɛ yɛyɛ de denden paa edu redi constitution a yɛ 4th Republican Constitution deɛ na yɛde bu man deɛ de to aba 1992 ni atena mu ade abɛduru nɛ no article 25 no yɛde hyɛ hɔ sɛ ɛyɛ 1B yɛ starting from 1B ɔse basic education shall be free, compulsory and available to all. Now it's a basic no primary any JHS no it be free. You ever say compulsory? Afe obia benya bia ko say available to all. That's 1A. Now you hear a honor ya share say atwede no free no. Was say yemra number 2 eye 1B. On secondary education in 8 different forms including technical and vocational education shall be made generally available and accessible to all by every appropriate means, and in particular by the progressive introduction of free education. Was this year basic now? Primary JHS and secondary. Now secondary no in all 8 forms. Say technical, say vocational, ni nyina ye be ni free. Nemum ansa na be ni free no, e wo say wo hwe say aye available, asa ye accessible. Available no say masuku no emu ebu a oka so ye ni free a obi abenya bia kwa emfa ha obi anya dai ema. Afi ma nye accessible. Accessible no say fa nyoma gu akwan so a sa oka so ye ni free a obi a person ko bibia betumi akobi a ontimi nyine ho nya dai emfrim ansa na free no tie haye o se free no eye progressively free to bo ye nhihye nkakrakra na wo ye ni free a ankofa hawa ama se ne be ya wo ye ni nkakrakra no wo benya foto kese ade asi akire na aka se wo ye ni free a obi akoma dai ebe hare no na wanya free education a ohia ni ba osikani ba obi abetumi akobie na ma oman ba bia etumi akonanim na wiwie ho nso a na aba 1C or say higher education shall be made equally accessible to all on the basis of capacity by every appropriate means, and in particular by progressive introduction of free education. We secondary now, obeko tertiary, higher education, universities, nursing training, teacher training colleges, na eno so why enhye na why no kakra de foto esi akire na fe no so abeye free ama obi aho atoni bi afi we school adisua hodo aye nyina obeye ama no so aye free na obia etumi akobi wey ene nia article 25 of the 1992 constitution no e ka kire na kan say was yenye free education so ye mi say husada be ne enhase odi she constitution no amfa da ye enhase anka ho a obi aba say o she constitution meye yenye da enti article 25 kire free education e pese de ba no ene e ba article 38 of the 1992 constitution clause 2 and the share ho say the government shall within 2 years after parliament first meets after the coming into force of this constitution draw up a program for implementation within the following 10 years for the provision of free compulsory and universal basic education. O say ebra ya the constitution ya adwuma no e dey di kai parliament be ya meeting ekosi ni mfie mienu aban bi a wo Ghana akonwa so bia no obeye program a your friend FQ free compulsory universal basic education. Sa program na be no yanhwe say within the next 10 years sa program no free no be dey e be shase ye to aba 1992 parliament meeting 7 January 1993 sada na constitution 1992 no e shase ye adwuma ti from 1993 ekosi 2 years 1995 sada na Rollins aban na woso ti mra no share no say onye policy framework a your friend of FQ and why FQ no say so ye wi a enye adwuma within the next 10 years. Enti free 1995 ekosi 2005 na 10 years na yɛ dɛ aso nti free 1995 ekosi 2005 wa wudi president bia wɔ Ghana no sa wo hwɛ sɛ yɛbɛhyɛ free education ase sa anya sa na sɛ 2005 to akonya no so na wa anya free education na what to constitution no we breach the constitution of Ghana ti yɛbɛtu do afa abrakwan so na yɛ impeach you ya akonya yɛ dɛn afiri wonsam 2005 duru yɛ no na yɛwura John Ejekum Kofoɔ ɔna na yɛ Ghana mampanyini nti ɔbaeɛ ni wɔ mmarahyɛ badwam ɛna ɔsɛnea Ghana mmara no hyɛ me no baabi a yɛduru sɛsi a ɔsɛ yɛhyɛ free compulsory basic education no ase ɛna owura Kofoɔ ɛhyɛ free compulsory basic education ase ɔhyɛ aseɛ no deɛ ɔyɛ ne sɛ ɔintroduce capitation grant sɛ sika yɛmfa mmoa basic schools no ɛna afei ɔde baa sɛ ɛyɛ saa basic schools no nyinaa no yɛn try sɛ yɛbɛno aduane school feeding na ɔmo anya bi adie ɔsɛ aduane no ase ankyɛ ɛna naban no ɛfiri so ɛna owura mess baeɛ no ɔbɛbae free feeding no school feeding ɔbae mu sɛ bɛyɛ obiara bɛnya aduane no bi ayɛ dɛ adi ɔbae mu a no school no nyina baadodoɔ no ayɛ dɛ ɛnya bi na yɛnya aduane ma ɔmo ɛna ɔde nneɛma ahodoɔ bebree nso ɛbɛka ho na nneɛma a ɔno nso ɛde bɛka ho no ebi ɛwɔ ha ebetumi abobɔ nneɛma a nneɛma a owura Miles ɛde bɛka ho deɛ ɔde bɛka ho no bi ɛyɛ free school uniform because ɛsɛ ɛyɛ compulsory woyɛ ne free ɔbɛyɛ compulsory bɛyɛ nhyɛ sɛ ɔbaatan bi amfani ba nkɔ school a yɛbɛtumi akye ne sɛ wodi uba no aborɔ nti obɛtumi aka sɛ menni ataadeɛ nti owura Miles the free uniform bae obɛtumi aka sɛ menni mpaboa nti ɔno nso introduce free sandals sɛ yɛmfa ma school nkwalaa no sɛ na afei ɔsan ayɛ sɛ yɛnsan nyɛ yɛnyi sukuu adan a ebi ni hɔ na yɛkɔ no nnua ase no ɛyɛ schools under trees yɛnyi ne nyinaa mfiri hɔ na yɛnsi sukuu adan no fa nkonnwa ngum nkɔtɔ akonnwa afei yɛma wo books a wobɛkenkan ne ho biribiara yɛma wo ataadeɛ nhyɛ yɛma wo mpaboa yɛma capitation grant a yɛmfa hwɛ school no afei yɛnoa aduane wɔ school mu amoadi a afei na Ghana ɛbɛyɛ mmara sɛ ɔbaatan bi a wawo ba ɛwɔ so ɔkɔ primary school kɔ JHS so amfana ankɔ a wudi fo yɛn twon aso efisɛ biribi a wɔso ohia kɔ school bia aban de ayɛ dɛ ɛde aba ɛno na Miles yɛwura Miles ɔne yɛwura John Mahama ɛyɛ ho adwuma ɛbra yɛwura atames film na aka yɛwura John Mahama na kyɛ sɛ ɔhwɛ deɛ yɛayɛ basic school nneɛma a yɛayɛ no hɔ na adu bra wɔso yɛ keka yɛ ho na yɛkɔ secondary school no sɛ bɛyɛ ho free no nso ɛbɛyɛ adwuma enti owura Mahama ɛde introduce deɛ yɛfrɛ no progressively free senior high school sɛ bɛyɛ a constitution kan no wɔsɛ yɛ free senior high school no yɛ no nkakra sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a obiara nso ebetumi akɔ bia
progressive free senior high school
in fact obiara ni hɔ gye ho akyinye wobɛka ya na na do krabra yɛwura Mahama introduce progressive free senior high school no deɛ na na do ɛka yɛ ni wɔsɛ Mahama's free SHS good news for Ghanaians.
Honorable Mame date no na we are modern Ghana member.
Yeah, we are modern 6 March. Okay. Thursday 6 March 2014.
Okay. I'm the producer, so they have a video. Tama Mahama progressive free.
Yes. Go back to your video now my hair. Na ye nyina ye hu said ye see here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the singular honor of declaring the progressively free senior high school program duly launched. Ladies and
well, the Honorable Opoku kind and what dance when Mahama launched progressively free SHS ewo ekumfi utuam ewo mfimfiri mantemo Honorable Twasomai.
Enti yewra Nana Danko Akufo-Addo Thursday 6 March 2014 obo yewra Dwomama abaso se eya adwen papa sɛnea constitution ne ka no wahyɛ aseɛ kama so ɛwɔ ɔman mu na constitution no wɔse sɛ wobɛyɛ secondary school ni free a ma ne nyɛ available na ɛnyɛ accessible ansa na nkakra no free no atoa so deɛ nti a wɔse ma ne nyɛ available sɛ so ama school na mu na so woyɛ ne free no obi aso okɔ bia no when your school down come and no how near hochele bebano we have hushia enye day enye yi bio sa wa anya no progressive nkakra na so we no bumu no anya sika nsi akira and the how be batch and say nanka wunye free SHS no intina the framers in the wisdom of the framers of the 1992 constitution omhihye say yanya nsanti sabaya school bebu no owura mama de si nani so besi secondary school makomaku 200 ogidises for secondary school makomaku 200 ebe kan de wo hoda no ho a ebe ma secondary school na bu a wo ye ne free a obi anso ebe nya biako sabra na 2012 campaign no obeka ya nana do so ka say one the ogis 200 secondary school crash and one the basic 350 secondary schools send be ma na bu na obi anya bia dey akọ bayera mama 200 community day schools no o hyase bra onya atumi no edi mu makomako 124 de o starte say osi adan no na obefiri akonya so mu 46 wawie ni nyina kama but there's a story me kan kire oda bra na me regional minister yera mama ba sunyane na yekobie new longro eye secondary school no eye yi blog ani esi no abrosan traso 9 eno wura bi ba mo so person de na semi to o mampanyi ma anim na mka so afi no aba ebe ko bro say da bi Eric mani mra na mi ntie na sem ena president ma me de no ko no nchen okwa no sin ko be yesu obi a kire president ma say yi blog na wo sisi na wadodo oso be secondary school makoma ahenu afi na wo ya na brosan ya traso 9 da be na be wie ya ni mienu na wie we ya brosan we ni so ne form u be wie sesi ana Ghana for say 200 no waye na president mama ka say da bi o ya sa u be wie na so se asase ho ya de nipa no da bia ye doso asase kase wo ndin fa bi nkan ho edi nei ye ya adan a da chinti ye nya na brosan ye kosoro na ye mo asase no ho ban se ne be ye nchirima ba wo mo so ebeboa wo mo sai no nti na ma na wo ye yi block ye abrosan a etwaso and now the secondary school there na ka Ghana nya sa na ye see in secondary school ba ku bia wo classroom makomako 24 afi ye wo ICT center ye wo libraries washrooms ni ade ade nyina so be ya laboratory bia so ko school ma obi bia betimi aye kama we no adwene se ye ba mu na wunya mbom sa wa ye ne free a afi obi abekọ a enko ye double track bibia mem na obi anya school ni bia ye dey akọ. Now ebra ye mama introduce progressive free education no ya kan ni ban bi say oh there be we dey wanya hekra sa ho so can kind 2017 budget a MPP be di akonyom de ba parliament a paragraph 781 ho no mo tire say Mahama introduce progressively free SHS omo ankasa budget no paragraph 781 na sa progressive wabo ho ka 25.96 million and I say in the sector for the period under review included an amount of 71.91 million for the provision of subsidies to senior high schools, 25.96 million for the implementation of the progressively free SHS. Can offerata budget nya dia Akufo-Addo obe present ma Nana Akufo-Addo in the original parliament no boy man say free SHS amama by 2016 a car obo ho no na you say clearly so bi aka say John Mahama started free SHS na enye achinye bia but sami ade ehia me pa ne sa point we say 2014 na Yera Mama started project bi Ghana ha and also availability any accessibility you prepare for the full implementation of free SHS no hono now your friend secondary education improvement project now that project way World Bank my Ghana Bosnia $156 million so $156 million no the scan see 23 brand new blocks this 200 no afa secondary schools Ghana nkrase na omuni facilities no yeseleti mu makomako 125 womo dan so womuni ICT centers womuni teachers bungalow ni ade se ye pagam edi mfidie edi adam papa akọ ama school no so abeya akese aka ho afei yeseleti nkwala makomako 10,400 omo ye ehiafo ma bubro se sa nkola we progressively free na ye no Bomu yabemo mu nyina ko school no free a wo ma wo for NTSCD enkwala 10,400 no ye select wo free secondary schools e makumaku 231 anasa enkwala no e manko aye 6,400 ena emema so eye 4,000 ena sapre on benefit ye na sap no package a na ye de mankwala ni package no enie akwala 10,400 no ba ku bia wontua school fees kopim se obewie school afei o ya makwan na okọ school a kaska be kwa ban betua sa wo ba school a kaska o de ba ban betua wo school atade nyina ban de ma house dress aban de ma PE kit aban de ma shoes a be shempa bo be ko school bags school atade pens bibia be uni school bia no na ye nyina ma akwala bia ye select no ka facility we ho no na afi bia Ghana ban bon ho ka $500 ena na yede hwe sa enkwala nyina na yemi se ho se akwala ban ena no qualify se sa facility we sa free education ye ntua ho hwe no na oka ho bi akwala na odi kan ye an orphan without support obi ane maame ne papa awuo na onni obi obehwe no kra no ono na ye select na also course school no free na sa kra no bi se school no headmaster na say headmistress o ho no e ka say akra we o deserve na education director o ho a confirm na fe akra na nya opportunity na onya bi afa students a wo onu ankasa na hwe no ho oni obi hwe no nti obi ho odi pa no ho akoto secondary school sa akra no so qualify so ye bi afa disabled without support obi asabe wadi dem kakra no wa secondary school oni obi a o hwe no mobro asabe ya obetu akọ school no sa facility we e cover sa akra asabe ya awofo ni ntua sidi kra aban behwe no under this facility ama wa wie school no akokama afa student a wo free efia wo mo awofo sika wo munya no eye below the minimum wage eye sika da bi akoba da aditua no wo mo de wo munya no ye ketekete wo munya adwuma papa bi aye wo no so ne man qualify afa obi a na wofo no lip na hwe wo mo aban support e de ma mobro wa wo mo a ehia wo no sa support ni bi de hwe no wontumi ntua school fees to no so na 17 na okoni free afa akola a wo skill sets wo no so obekoni free afa student a ono ne maame eye ne papa ne maame awarja ya ba baby kura beko no na be ma na dwane agya oba no na oba ba ko no hwe nkwala be edu so akra no ko secondary class won to even pen kra won to me to sa akra so ye select na o qualify say ono so aban hwe ni free afa wo mo a won parents so edi dem obi wa the parents wo yare wo ye disabled physically challenged ne maame ne papa sa akra say ahokyere ba o mu ntimi nipa ahwe no nti na o say aban hwe ni free afa abayiwa accidentally wakonyin na won ntimi hwe akra no ase meko secondary school sa akra no so sa scholarship we e was here to be man free na oko school omna na ye 10,400 eye nkwala and ayura mama ye select omo from 2015-2016 na omoko school no free se be ya ombetumi
secondary education
improvement project
good
now ni sa asem we oka obi se ya da bi NDC ye we na kama mo hu dawro e na yante eyade a NDC ye na wo hwe MPP budget am de bra ye 2018 yewura oforiata de ba parliament 15th November 2017 a okani p e de kire ye na me pese wo hwe de okan o say the project provides scholarships to a total of 10,027 students in the beneficiary schools. All senior high schools, both public and private, were mapped and website portal established to make information on SHS available online for all stakeholders. In the digitalization, SHS online, year 2016, under SEF.
Wow.
Now, MB Somebody Akunyano, and Kolana Yaka 10,400, no, Omuhun Kwala 10,027. Now say we 2018 budget. You started project in 2014. In the time on by nem Kolani be a school cry echo. And that is why Cousin Kolani 10,400.
This is their own budget.
This is their own budget.
Okay. And these were boarding students.
Yes, boarding students.
Honorable, answer now to us 2017. Obibe bisa Obibe person who say, you Ramahama, what the country President Kofo and producer, give me the 2016 media. Honorable will need that. Paragraph 109. Obi baby say, watch him. Yura Omanpenyi Kwame Nkrumah and the free education by a FIFA and the betrayal. And the Buzia and the betrayal. And Yura Rollins. Okay, Buzia. What do you mean another papa and free? Adrian the betrayal. And Yura Rollins at the bar 79 budget at 10. Yes. And a full free Antwata. Saba in Suguye. Yeah. Copem said 1982 constitution by. Yeah. And Article 25. Yeah, the share. Yes. Say any basic, compulsorily free. Yes. Secondary school, accessible and available. Yes. And progressively free. So when you say 1982 constitution, NDC for that. NDC. Yes. Because you're a running. Me patron producer go to 109. Me bobosoba. And honorable. What sounds so chill? We say. Yura Rollins here and son, your papa for a baby basic no free. And Atamels ever twice with free sandals, free uniforms, textbooks, and the home. And Yura Mahama best at free SHS no. Yeah. Yabohu video. Watch evidence in Yanasika or the year. Now my question is and Crowded was saying you were dancing at free SHS are Yura Mahama the buyer. So bound for my students. And Crowded was saying, now what was the plan for boarding students? Diana Kanama Hama Bay and Yamawa. I'm saying, we have 2016 budget. Media review budget. No? Paragraph 109. The Yura Mama Ma, Yura Setepe, Edibatum Rashabadium, Eni. Or say, consistent with the 1982 Constitution. Our commitment to make secondary education accessible, especially to needy students, the government initiated the implementation of progressively free secondary education in the first term of the 2015-2016 academic year, with 320,488 day students in public senior high schools across the country. The program is to be expanded to cover 120,000 targeted boarding students in the 2016-2017 academic year. Wow. So, you started on 2015-2016. And at 2016 media review, you were set up at the Parliament. So, you did cover the previous year. No? You cover 320,488 day students. You can say day students will be under the free. It is a fear now because secondary school are all free. But next year, next academic year, 2016-2017, you can see a pajam, you can boarding house. Now boarding house, no, you can cover 120,000. So 120,000, no, basically first years. One more ever from one for no. One money do one mobile day ever started. That is why Nana Kufuor Frog when you started free SHS no or started with first year students because it was already in the plan. Producer, let's go back to the presentation. Let's go back. Okay. Okay, next is this is 320,000 senior high school day students free. And therefore no call it free no. And then here for bubro pa no you selected 10,400. I want there yes I call it free keke na tade ni bibia yes I man say a parent ntua once almost no your boarding students. Okay, abi yanko de Akufuor here. Okay, nti 2017 2016 you trouble we no na na dan kwa be your mampanyini and was free SHS no was started free SHS was started because the other was a progressivity and you free no be started no for floor or started with form 1 4 na just na progressive kwan na no and na offer so nemum de oja na kire ne say availability na yamma secondary school ni mu no eno de oyi na ni free ho and na de can say progressively free adwa na church say kono kakra kan fa siesie ohunya foto church no eno so wa amfa na ni anyedan anhwe ndi ka say aye free SHS no eno an say aye free SHS ye ni foto church afa ye ni oka foto ye ni sikata chire ena ye ni adan so a ye de ko akoye now this is here no free SHS no
yɛde akɔfa nkwala a wɔ secondary school nyinaa no ɛde haw kɛseɛ ɛde aba a ehia sɛ yɛhwɛ ɛhaw no na yɛhunu kwan a yɛde bɛfa so.
Okay.
Now ɛha yɛdi kan nie sɛ yɛni fotoɔ bi ata free SHS akyi. Sɛnti America sɛ yɛni fotoɔ ata akyi ne sɛ get fund ɛyɛ fotoɔ a yɛde sisi sukuu adan no yɛni baabi a yɛnyɛ sika free a da bi a yɛde sika kɔtum na school dan si a yɛde akɔ yɛwura Rollins ada Roma ɛna wɔyɛ maa yɛn. Sammy street light kora bɔbɔ no Ghana no yɛwɔ baabi a yɛnyɛ sika free yɛwɔ fotoɔ a yɛde yɛn yɛtua bɔ street light. National health insurance yɛwɔ fotoɔ ata akyire a yɛde mmara ɛna de fotoɔ no ata akyire nkyɛn bia sika da hɔ a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde boa health insurance by free SHS yɛni fotoɔ yɛni sika bia
dedicated fund
yɛni sika bia ata akyire nti aban hwɛ ne budget mu afi wɔhwɛ aban budget a aban sɛ ɔgyegye ne revenue nyinaa wobɛnya 176 billion na mmom wokɔ expenditure side na adwumayɛfoɔ akatua yɛka ho nsi ho ɛne statutory funds ɛyɛ foto a mmara hyɛ sɛ ɔgye toɔ no afakɔ no woka bɔ mu a ɛno nko abɛyɛ 183 billion enti afi wɔ esi anye bosi a abɛdwumayɛfoɔ koraa yɛntumi ntwa ɔmo ka so bɛdɛ na free SHS wɔnyɛ sika ɛde akɔyɛ ama yɛyie ɛnde sɛ deɛ aba free SHS mu ne sɛ yɛni sika a yɛde yɛ free SHS enti ama school no ni academic calendar yɛyɛ kɔ school no yɛwɔ academic calendar kyerɛ sɛ yɛbie school date wei a yɛbɛdi 10 weeks 12 weeks ɛwɔ school enti teacher ni a wɔkyerɛ deɛ no wɔyɛ scheme of work week wei mɛkyerɛ wei next week mɛkyerɛ wei mɛkyerɛ wei kɔpem term na ɛbɛso sɛ bɛyɛ a wobɛtumi akɔva ne syllabus no nyinaa sɛ sɛ yɛni bi wɔ because ansa ne yɛbɛbie school gye sɛ aban nyɛ sika ansa nti yɛni date wowɔ hɔ a na aban nyɛ sika a ne yɛbie school wowɔ hɔ a na sɛ aban sɛ ne ni sika a ɛda no a wɔ sɛ yɛdɛ yɛma kwan afei ɛsiane sɛ yɛni sika ɛde yɛ nti yɛde haw bebree ɛna ɛde abrɛ yɛ wobɛkɔ na dormitories no nyinaa no ayɛ ma baabi wɔ hɔ a nkɔla no abu so a baabi ɔmɛda koraa no ɛyɛ problem Sammy me ne wo kasa yi adeɛ ɛha adwene koraa no sɛ nkonnwa baabi wɔ hɔ a bɛkɔ na nkonnwa bi in fact mekɔ school bi mu me ne school no kasae ɛfa ɛkwan ho fa so nya nkonnwa ma nkɔla no mempɛ sɛ mɛbɔ school no din yɛbia school no fa ho amfo nya akonnwa ntena so nti headmistress no wakɔpɛ carpenter wɔ kurom ɛne yɛde naba campus ɛne wayɛ arrangement na waka no boa kyerɛ nkɔla no nti wo a bɛtumi atua ɛyɛ akonnwa no boɔ no ne yɛayɛ wakonnwa ama wo na wode aba classroom nti wɔn start first week no na nkonnwa bɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ɛna ɛwɔ hɔ second week na kakra bɛka ho nti according to teachers ne bi no as a time na ɔmo explain kyerɛ me nnora no na nkonnwa no bi nyɛ sika ne ntua nkonnwa bi nti ɔba classroom a ɔmo tete hɔ a na ɔno so atena ɛfam saa bi ɔkoto hɔ sɛ bɛyɛ afei adeɛ a asan ha adwene koraa sɛ sika no a ɛni hɔ no Sammy ɛde haw kɛseɛ na aba yɛ school no mu ɛfa nkɔla no didie ho aban se free SHS no ɔno bɛma yɛde aduane no nyinaa asɔprise schools no na wamɔ sika kakra a wode bɛtɔ deɛ ɛfrɛ no perishables ɛyɛ gyene ntosi nneɛma kakra a wobɛtumi atotɔ ɛde aka ho na wɔn a aban so wɔn supply mo ɛnsupply nnuano no ɔsupply kɔ a aban ntumi ntua no ka na aban de ne ka enti yɛde wei brɛ wo nɛ na headmaster sɛ o metwɛn na yɛde bi bɛka ho a mede wei ma nkɔla no aduane akɔsi bi abɔsome ɛnu bosome no bi aba bɛdu bosome no na ebi mae enti deɛ headmasters no yɛ ne sɛ ɔyere ne ho ana kakra a wanya no na wayɛ ne kakra sɛ bɛyɛ a nkɔla no bɛnya aduane adi in fact ɛnura adua yi secondary school bi wɔ hɔ a wɔyɛ koko anɔpa breakfast porridge na wɔyɛ no wɔn anya asikyire nti yɛn nam so sɛ akɔla bi a wɔwɔ asikyire na wɔ paano no fabra na bɛdidi this is the ɛkɔ so secondary school na sɛ me arɔ sɛ ɛsan sɛ nti headmasters ne headmasters no ebinom afrɛfrɛ parents no PTA ɛnam so mo ayɛ kakra nti binom tuatua sika kakra sɛ bɛyɛ ankɔla no ebenya aduane this is the reality deɛ ɛkɔ so sɛsi a ɛwɔ yɛ secondary schools no ebi nie ɛna deɛ ɛtɔ so bi ɛwɔ ha adwene sɛ dan na yɛ ne nti ama sɛsi a secondary school kɔ a yɛakyɛ mu mmienu aban so yɛ bibi ɛfrɛ double track yɛwɔ green ɛne yɛwɔ gold yɛyɛ kɔ secondary school no sɛ ɔkɔ first time 3 months wotena school wɔ sua deɛ saa 3 months sɛ deɛ school na yɛde double track na kɔm no wei kɔ 1 month 2 weeks a na yɛma wo kwan na obi nso ba bɛtoa so 1 month 2 weeks nti sɛ yɛayɛ no double track na ɛho sɛm ne sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛkɔ secondary school school bi or double track ninim. One day akra no ko school benya full term. Akọ no school. Ba akra bi so I just for half term. And I wonim da e bi cause won ko fie kra. Ye be san ka kire say on sign emra bio. Enti e de kakase abre awofo no. E ka de abre o say say just oye extra classes at the mankola no. Na sa me binum kra ho me online. In fact, emra me teacher for ni because I do o me say green for no coffee na yellow for no ho a. Na anwumre no data na wapo school na teacher no pa. Na wa ye online classes at the ama wo mo a ewo fie no. E bi 2,000 Ghana each. E bi so yes. E bi 2,000 Ghana. E bi so 1,000.
I say all cap prospectus assembly no so ye there.
And also prospectus no. One say the essence school no enyeska bia se bia bibi say school okra om de beye no. Ama okọ school na niam a obeto aba no. Ne bo na ye kese. To spend it better 10,000 Ghana cedis, 8,000 to 10,000. And sana what to me atoto and your money and sana what to me ako school. Nti ama enkuran bebre no aye asudie kese. When you say ne enkuran no school akra bi ako school bia just auto oma dormitory na mo ye de be hohoro ho. Oh. Now asa to deto parazone. Dormitory na woda no ye de be hohoro ho nso. Because sika anya dey eni ho no. Nti problem aba ye school no no enye problem ketwa na hwei edu watch eye Africa ha nyina ekuba tan a omohwe Africa ha school no ye ngomasuya no se de siko no the report bi by e free SHS ho say 194,862 students ye mamu admission so omonko free SHS now so womo ntimi anko adenti no womo ntimi anko a sika a woni betoto nioma e dia kono wo ma wofo na anyedai enya enti sankola we nyina wo ma kafi a wo ma ntimi anko school no now we read report no further report me kire say omo ye financial burden analysis sa analysis me kire say akola bia owo free SHS ni mu no abai bon ho ka 1,241 afibia 1,241 Ghana cedis. And our wofo no so ebo omuma no ho ka 4,185 Ghana cedis.
You don't know sisubie mame.
Edu what say? Omo ye financial burden analysis. Say sikatria wo secondary school, the otua kase ni the otua ketwa no. Omu za akra bia wo free SHS Ghana ban tua 1,241 Ghana cedis. Afibia e wa akra ba ko ho. And our wofo no so I won't call ano. Omutia 4,185.
And the free SHS.
And the free SHS.
Oh, I see.
Now, Sankwala 194,862 students were entering Uncle School. No, we are Ankwala Beni. We Ankwala. Mami no papa no wuna. Na ye mom free education mom bibiano
and Mahamano
sankwala ya because omna ye hia for bubura wo je wan city kra won timi nyeda
prospectus
won timi to abayu a wakonyi nsan na afi oso be ko secondary school ni obi hwe no oso obi hwe no bansa no no so afi akọ sa kra no seska we won timi ntua obekam nia na wofo adi dem physically challenge won timi nyeda entua enti free SHS na enka ye proper policy eya policy a ebeboa ma ohiani a ontwintwa school fees no and na wono so atnya ko school no baby ayako du sesi e
challenges
after you na
now no obi be bisa so it's there in Euro okay, I think so you what do we have to do?
There was SSC answer. I was say free SHS policy no near yes semu.
Okay.
And yes san me ye and on your friend review. Enti we one more nipa bebre na pese there be free SHS no munya review yansam na nya yie. We a Methodist presiding bishop Panyinikasi pa Methodist asafumu and was say review free SHS to improve feeding and infrastructure. Kwana aduane ne nye aduane nye no quality and quantity. In fact, sorry be maintain was secondary school me prepare for this program no. Some me catch our rebe ho. Akora bia wono free class ya ba secondary school. Omuko anwura aduane ayekodi nsapa na ye mana atre ba akomo no kwantre ba akoma. Ye de gu ni plate mu ya yasa. Nti omodidi omoba no no nkwa no osumba. Because oni bibia obedi aka ho ena nkra na huru na anse teacher for na atra say yemfre ne ne nkasa ne yemhwe kwan be fa so abo na obejai saa esu no na nya ono nkwa so Professor there, former rector, Jimpa, also Nanuatum, was the free SHS review must be done immediately. Professor MPP, young Nay Cras, a sea and Tantum, young Ribunyasa, the Ocosono, and yet. I say, Yoba has as well. Yura, Habran report watching. Professor, MPP Minister, Environment and Sayana, was on. And also say, every sensible person will opt for a review of free SHS. Obi an agreement that Obiano. The Obekan's free SHS, no, young review. I say, IMF, International Monetary Fund, also the Manuatum, was the free SHS policy is poorly targeted. The entire Mokan say poorly targeted. They say, when we see Ketria, we say, Yana, a Nyafo and Kasa, a deserve or no.
The professors are calling for review. IMF is calling for review. Okay, so what will President Mahama do?
Excellent.
I think President Mahama policy is good.
So we had the echo now. President Mahama so na no to be say, Senyame mana kwanya no be mampanyina, obe review free SHS. Okay, so be review now no. Wa mpanifo e kan review nyina. Obi aka wazo. President Mahama nko aka so be review. No say, onu kwa review no kire so obetwam.
The better than review actually you between.
Meanwhile, if you can review Nubia and far you become.
Okay, so explain the President Mahama review.
So I had then a President Mahama can so be reviewer. You can say become. Now, improve the implementation of the free SHS policy. To achieve this, the next Mahama government shall the Mahama Bayeni.
So what Gyamfi?
The other kind of stakeholders dialogue. You better headmasters, mistresses in our chas. Stakeholders will be biara ngumesua. Any awofo representatives na yeshia. Na fe omampani mama ade opese yedre ho no ye de ato omanim. De edi kan ba ko a obepe se one omu nyina adwo ne esi ho agyina ne se. Ye pese abo foto akese e de tie free SHS no achi. Na ye nya sika ye de be ye free SHS no. Enti ansa ne be school no ye wo foto ho a ye wo sika wo yan trankan ema obi contract fa aduane ko school bi mba bi ada ye bi school na ankola do say na wo secondary school ho ye foto ni sika ye dey ewo wo scholar no se ka se omsika om be didi term ni nyina no e ye 50,000 Ghana ya tro check 50,000 Ghana every ye foto ni ye de ato account tum fire adwuma aduane ankola no be die wo mbi bia fire ho adwuma we we are auditors be auditor na ehun amane bia
yes Mahama ka review and say audit for two ebe yensi achi ba
yes
dedicated source of funding for free SHS honorable to asoma who's on number 2 bio
eno ye number 1 no no the atosumienu double track say you Mahama fra konwan ya ade edika ye be free SHS mu e double track yenko school green ni gold bio na de entia ye betwa na simple kra ene say ura Mahama say nyame ya na dum no fra konwan ya ade obedika ye ne say ya kai private secondary schools e wo Ghana ha nyina ya hwe adan no binuma dan kra e papa chen aban de no ba ye ka se ye free no wo mo schools ni nyina egu nti aban beje wo mo school ni adan ni nyina ye wo over 400 private secondary schools e wo Ghana ye ji adan ni nyina de ko GS na ye de chair ministry na say na ministry no fa a teacher for no dodo na ye de master schools na under ministry supervision sada na double track be dey na fe ya tray abo ase na yi blocks na o mama na ka ewira mu nyina no ya ye ni nyina e de abeka ho nti ansa na ye nwie yi blocks no na say free double track ndie ayi twam
okay number 3 so dia na Mahama be na
obi atimi akọ school kama afei ade ba ko a yesa be ne say eye private schools maka ho asem afei aduan na ye beton ye be ye no maka cho say ye fam free and can bio because they say the cost has say aban ka kire ba fast stock say fa aduan ko ma secondary school for aban ama ba fast stock ska oni ska nti na ba fast stock akofre aduan no ye de aduan ko duru ya enkwa no yisu wa manta ye ntua supplier ne ka so wa manta ka ho aduan ye de be dey ye de be ko say kwa aduan na de ko no in fact school bi o dia bro no ko duru na bro no nyina aye emoa bam nti om ko twa adua bi om se haban bi ena om digum no ma no nsuhie e de yi moa na frim fisa ebro ndu ba bi ana I spy asane ya man kura na yede
Mahama breso de
eti na breso wonya sika na headmaster no betun akọ local market ho se bayira ne eton ho a watobi se mo ne eton ho a watobi se ne be ya kura no bedidi kama ama omo ho
etu number 6 na Mahama be
afei de ye be na han se esan se ye nya foto e de ato free SHS na chinti se si a school bia benya ne sika akora no benya aduane adi kama e be reduce prospectus no ama niam a wototo no oho ato na ye se enkoye akese niam a etoto no bio enti ya twa school bia sika odi kodi ya wie no sika e wo foto ni mu no ehiafo mabuburo na wo mu ntimi ntoto wo niam no wo mu ne ebedika do wo mastarte
ne aboa wo
te said ye 10,400 na no mun tumi to niam na ye to bibia ma wo no ye be sell it sa ankola ni nyina na ye free fund ni mu e de ahwe wo mo enti fund no kwaso no na se ehiafo ma no de wo fa watade a wo benya obi bia na watimi e de akọ school no we ni review na yewra Mahama eka
ho asem say number 1 or the photo asika dem e be bo free SHS ho bra
yes
obi yi double track good green traffic light obi ye free or the private secondary schools no adan e ba be ka public senior high schools no facilities in ho na wasi bi aka ho de abeja aka nwuramu so obeye ni yi aka ho na adan aba na ye yi double track free or private schools so ba afi so enam se ye di sika etechi no se sika e beba ama school bi anya ni sika to ne biane na enkonwa ene enyema aka schools no hia so wahwe e de abo eno ne review no
na samonum se essence sika ensi echirenti enkwala no kura na e wose ma omo textbooks no yenya textbooks no ma wo
okay
enti they say abanya chem textbooks no nkwala na ko school aje say to textbook no in fact ene enkwala ni bi e ba me ho ni mi di gomo no say omo call ene elective subjects enti call no ye ma omo bi na elective no wa wakoto na books no so call no kura so nkwala ni nyina enti bi nya bi ebi so nya da enya bi and they say pamphlet ene ye market kese.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Honorable, emu ada ho. Enne nkontumpo, mfuturo MPP for to. Edigu Ghana fo eni nyina no. Wachichire mu. Wa me yahu free SHS o de ba e kwa me kro.
Yes.
Wa me yahu di obetwa mu.
Yes.
Wa me yahu di osanso de be share ya mamre ni.
Yes.
Wa me yahu di start progressive free SHS.
Yes.
De nanado be ye da na se waye.
Yes.
Be how e challenges nyina wa me yahu.
Yes.
De papa Mahama e ba be ya fa ho a free SHS ni be dimu na ye papa through review and improvement in what shape. It will fit a Ghana.
Na ka ade ba ko fe.
My final word on this.
The final word ne say. Ya na bi numnam yenkro mu no mo ka kire nkofo say otu aba mama oba betwa free SHS mu. Free SHS na share constitution mu. Constitution no ka party the constitution we buy ya NDC because ya papa nom ya wofa nom constitution that was say ka o matro ya Yewra Rollins Chekata nom their voice esi edunkatia Collins Dauda NDC platform no omna ye consultative assembly e de twerɛ constitution no and ye di shame ye be free SHS wo memu na ye ya twerɛ mra say ye be free education e de tam ato so tam en shase no say obi antwam a ye mum ne ye kwa kotwam
ai sounds fiti ase
yes fiti ase ye de ye be ye ne yie say be ya e be ye kama
thank you
ndi esra Ghana ni ba bi a wo hwe ye ne say eye 360 de aha ye no krefie de ya kan so obi wa asam foforo bi a o se de ya kan nyene kra on kamiti sa anya sa de a o man bia bia nkeka no ho na ye nyina ya nyi waka na ye ni Yewra Dwoma machi na ye mfa no besi akonya no
abusuafo no kra no ene da ho no obi ka kire se Dwoma ha me betwa free SHS mu ase ni hu wo yo trofo ene wo hu de free SHS no de bae ye de evidence ni nyina ma wo hu bebi o mampenya kufu ado be fa ko sie wo hu awa wo free SHS ni mu wo hu de Dwoma ha oba be ya fa ho if we say we asem de ayeboa NDC amanyuku ye to aba na ma Yewra John Dramani Mahama obeba ma free SHS afa na to ma pefra